Hey, this is Mario from shockingfit.com, and in this video, you're gonna discover what is the best form of cardio. So I got a question from a community member named Stefan, and Stefan is asking me, hey Mario, I've listened to your recent video about the biggest regrets, and you mentioned that you don't do any cardio now that you're cutting down 7% body fat. So what is the best form of cardio if someone really wants to do it, and what do you recommend? So it's an interesting question that came in, and I'm definitely, not surprised that a lot of guys were actually thinking, okay, how the hell do you get to 7% body fat without doing any cardio? And I used to think that as well. And one of the reasons that I made that first video about my biggest regrets on getting to 7% body fat, which I'm going to link in the description below, is the biggest regret was doing too much cardio, because I was running 5 days a week because I didn't know better. And back then, when I was doing that running, I was reaching out to all the experts and I was checking all the websites, I was reading forums, and everything I could get my hands on was pointing me in the direction that I should be doing a lot of steady state cardio in that fat burning zone. And that was kind of a confusion back then. And I pretty much did it, and obviously I hated it, and I still hate it. And then eventually, because I hated it so much, I was like, damn it, there must be something better than this. And what I did is I went into the research, and then I eventually discovered high intensity interval training. So I figured, okay, this is less time, it's more intense, it's gonna get me better results, so I'm gonna switch to that. So I kind of stopped doing a lot of steady state, and I switched more to high intensity cardio. And you get that EPOC effect, like that fat burning effect, even after you stop exercising, that excess post-exercise oxygen consumption effect, and you get that, and then high intensity works out pretty well actually. But then again, doing high intensity intervals was causing me a lot of issues, right? It would cause massive amount of muscle damage, it would cause a lot of soreness, and I was kind of adapting toward a skill that I really didn't need, right? I wasn't planning to be a sprinter. So what is the point of doing that much sprinting? So I kind of upgraded from that whole sprinting thing to uphills, and eventually I upgraded to doing that on a cycling machine in the gym, just a few intervals for like 6-7 minutes, because I really didn't resonate with the fact that I need to do that. And eventually after that, I discovered something called metabolic resistance training. And that is the best form of cardio, in my opinion, right now. For anybody interested in strength sports or bodybuilding, I would recommend that as a specific form of cardio. So what is metabolic resistance training? That specifically is doing barbell complexes, such as, let's say, most common ones now that are familiar with this CrossFit stuff, or Olympic lifts, or simply squats and deadlifts, and let's say lunges or overhead presses or bench pressing, basic compound movements that include the whole body. You would do these movements in a type of a circle workout routine. So by circle, I mean circuit. So you would do one after another, and that would be repeating itself. So let's say you choose squats, and you would pick something that is like 15 to 20 reps, lightweight. It would be super high intense, and you would have no rest, and you just immediately switch to deadlifts. You would do that for 20 reps, get your heart rate really racing, and then you would drop that, and you would switch into like a clean and press or an overhead press, and then you would do that, drop that, go into bench press or do some push-ups. And you would keep the rest really low between these exercises. That would get your heart rate up. It would be the same effect as high intensity interval training, but the benefit is you're actually practicing the real skills that you want to get good at. So this is why I recommend this form of cardio, is because you're improving your skill set when it comes to those main compound lifts. And that is one thing that we can never get enough practice. And if you remember that 10,000 hour rule, the faster you get to the 10,000 hours of practice, the faster you're going to get to that mastery level. And if you're lifting, and if you're doing squats, let's say 2-3 times a week, adding a few sessions of metabolic resistance training will almost double the amount of reps that you're doing. And plus, you're going to be doing them with lower weight, so you can actually focus more on form. And it was incredibly helpful for me, and also for my clients. They actually started enjoying it, because you're also a little bit more free with the exercise choice. So you can kind of fuck around. You can choose any exercise you want, as long as it's a full body compound kind of lift, where you can hit multiple body parts at once, for the reason that it does stimulate high intensity. It is a very high intensity routine, and a couple of these circuits, you can just switch them around, move them around, because it's not so important. You're not trying to build muscle here. You're not trying to increase your strength. you're simply trying to get your heart rate up. You can even do like jumping jacks or like body weight squats. Let's say you do 100 body weight squats and you switch instantly into jumping jacks, then you do like walking lunges or like one-legged squats and you jump into push-ups. You know, it would be the same effect, right? You would get your heart rate racing and you would get that effect of burning. You can burn up to like 600-700 calories in an hour, which is quite intense. So that would be my preferred way of doing cardio right now. And the way I structure this into my plan, I would pick at one day of the week or 2 days of the week where I would throw this in for about 20 minutes. That's, I guess in my case, with 3-4 circuits. So I would just do 3-4 of the same circuits. I would keep rest between the circuits for about 2 minutes. I'll actually put an example in the description below so you can get the routine. You can start it right now. You can start doing it. You can see if it works out for you, because it's something that helped me a lot, because I got out of that traditional cardio, but I still managed to get all the benefits from cardio. So there's no hate, only benefits. And this helped me a lot, so I'm sure it's going to help you a lot if you're not a very big fan of cardio. If you're actually into running and into sprinting, I mean, definitely keep doing that. I mean, I have nothing against that. I mean, just for me personally, I want to specialize more into strength sports. I want to improve my lifts, and that's why I'm going more into that direction of barbell complexes rather than focusing on increasing my sprinting skills, you know, which is not really important for me right now. So yeah, I hope this video helped you out, and I hope you learned something. If you're interested in trying out the metabolic resistance training, leave me a comment below with any questions or anything. If you have your opinion on this, just share your thoughts, share your ideas. Let's discuss this. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe on the channel below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.